Hi, I'm Pastor Rob Patterson here at Scott Street Church, and I'd like to say a special word to you today. I have something I'd like to say to everyone today, and that's Merry Christmas. I mean, a really Merry Christmas to you. May you have a Christmas like no other. You know, some years are unforgettable, and for us and for the rest of the world, one thing is certain, 2020 is one of them. And this Christmas, we remain deeply in love with Jesus, deeply aware of Christ's presence with us, providing peace and hope, perspective and courage in the middle of our uncertainty. We have a good idea now what Christmas will look like this week due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the total shutdown of our province of Ontario. These restrictions will change what we do and who we see this Christmas, but they don't change the heart of Christmas. The whole point of Christmas and the heart of Christmas is Jesus, His birth, and God's great love for us. So though we won't be together on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, Christ will be with us throughout the Christmas season. This will be a unique Christmas for our faith community and for our extended families, as we will not be able to gather together in person. We will all have to see each other online, on our computers, our TVs, or talk to each other on the phone. So in the midst of all that is going on, I want to ask you how you are doing. How is your heart and your mind in the midst of all this? How are you doing this Christmas holiday? I hope that you're finding times of joy, moments of joy, when the love of God shines through the clouds that appear. This year is an opportunity to see and understand the story of Jesus' birth in a new light, and not a completely beautiful light either. We need to remember that Jesus himself was born without a bed. He was in a manger. He was far from his home. He was a refugee being chased by the tyrant Herod. Life was not easy that first Christmas. There was fear, there was isolation, but it was all mixed with the joy at the message that God's love had come to earth in the form of a child named Jesus. This year we have looked at the cast of Christmas over the Sundays in Advent, from the prophets and angels and shepherds, and last Sunday we talked about the Magi, the wise men. The prophets told us not to miss this important event. The angels told us, do not be afraid. The shepherds showed us how to bow down and to worship Jesus. And the Magi encouraged us to share the gifts that we have. Whether we have gold, frankincense, or myrrh, it's important that we have gifts that we have right now to give Jesus. Whatever you have in your hands, in your life, give them to Christ this Christmas. Perhaps most importantly, give yourself to Jesus this Christmas. And this coming year, give Christ all of yourselves. During Advent, we have seen that the birth of Christ was not easy. On the contrary, in the midst of the difficulties of the time of Jesus' birth, the beautiful, amazing, and immense love of God was made tangible through the tiny little baby, the newborn child Jesus. The Apostle John says it this way, I did not send God's Son into the world to condemn the world, but I sent him to save the world. The love of God in a touchable form, here to help us heal our brokenness. So how blessed we are that Jesus came in the form of a child. So I'd invite you to sing Christmas carols. Even if you don't think you can sing, tell the story of Jesus' birth in your homes. Share the love of God that He's given us this Christmas week. Remind yourself and the world the message of the angels that they proclaim, do not be afraid. We have good news and great joy. Christ the Lord is born. And He was born and He is born afresh in us again this Christmas. So may God's richest blessings be upon you. May you have God's joy and God's peace this Christmas. God bless you and Merry Christmas from the whole staff family and from the family of faith here at Scott Street Mennonite Brethren Church.